Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
And it's Pixel Buddies here.
That's weird.
I try to do that sometimes. It's Pixel Buddies here, and welcome back to Last Defense Academy. When we left off.
Academy!
We are on a new timeline this time, a new branch of sorts, a larger branch. And we thought the killing game was done, but fortunately, it seems it's only just begun.
Now it's more of a traditional sense of a killing
Yes,
game.
friends are dying, and it seems like one of us may be the culprit. But we don't know for sure, and we're gonna go investigate to see if that is for sure. Because we have
Shouma lived.
friends around. Shouma did live, doesn't remember anything apparently though, so we're gonna see what that's all about.
But Kako is
Yeah, that's gonna be let's see if he even talks to us, but no answer. Tried the doorknob, but it was locked. Ema, I know you're inside. Can we talk?
Hey!
I'm trying to track down the culprit, but I need something to go on. At that, a voice called out from the other side of the door. You're awake, Mr. Samino. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can tell you. Come on, there's gotta be something. You see, I'm suspicious of you too. I think you may have been the one who killed my dear sister. Oh, what are you talking about? I didn't kill her in the first place, Kako. She killed herself? Is that what you're trying to say? A preposterous suggestion. There was absolutely no reason for my dear sister to do such a thing. She had no worries, no sorrows. Even if she did develop any, she would have told me about them. My dear sister did not kill herself. I have no doubt she was murdered. Like I told you just now, I suspect that the killer may have been you, Mr. Samino. The only reason I haven't exacted vengeance yet is because I'm not completely sure it was you. Accidentally killing the wrong person would be playing right into the hands of the real culprit. But I might lose my sense of reason if we continue to speak much longer. Can you please leave now while I'm still in my right mind?
Jesus Christ.
I could sense that prolonging the conversation would lead nowhere. He refused to respond to any further attempts to talk. And I'm gonna fucking leave. All right.
Well then.
Hey, gang. Leisure Lounge gang. What's up, guys?
Leisure Lounge gang.
You all vibing together or separate? What's up? What are you guys doing here?
It isn't serial killer Takumi.
You're awake. I'm not a serial killer, so stop calling me that. Anyway, I'm investigating the identity of the culprit right now. Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Yeah, weren't we out for a while?
Yeah.
Whoa, can you be more shameless? The criminal's role-playing as detective now?
I'm not talking to you, I'm asking Shouma. Oh, you want to know about the person who stabbed me? I've told the others a bunch of times already. I didn't get a good look at them.
Wait, I thought you were sure Takumi did it.
Yes, but it's not like I have any proof,
Wow!
so... Does that mean you didn't see the culprit when you were stabbed? No, I did see someone, but they were wearing a mask. How about the person's height or body structure? I can't be sure. They were dressed in a long black poncho thing.
What the hell?
You must have seen some identical features. I was attacked the moment I turned around, so I'm afraid not. I screamed immediately, and before I realized it, I'd been shoved to the ground. I don't remember anything after that. I fainted after the first 2 or 3 stabs. So you don't even know if it was a man or woman? No. Did they say anything? Actually, I did hear something as I was being stabbed. The person kept saying, "Die, die!"
Oh my god.
Hey, there's a person I know likes to say that a lot when we do combat, but then you should have been able to recognize the voice. Thing is, I didn't. Why not? The voice had been changed for the voice changer. A voice changer, huh? That sounds
a
familiar
mask
to me.
and a long black poncho-like thing?
What
What is this, Ghostface?
Well, my other thought was that another person we saw in a different timeline like that could match the, well, it would be Veshness, who was wearing that when they were spying on us in the other timeline. Remember? When they were watching out from sidelines. That kind of does match a little bit.
No mask, though.
I thought she was wearing a mask. She has a mask. I don't know. Oh well.
Takumi, long time no see. I heard you were out cold for a while.
I woke up all of a sudden for some reason.
I'm glad you did. Is there something I can help you with today?
There's no point asking Ava about the case, so I decided to talk about something else. Now, do you remember what you told me before?
It was bothering me that much. I had to choose between lying to you and eventually killing everyone here, or telling you the truth and joining your side.
And then you said you decided to take your chances with us, right?
Yes, I will no longer try to self-destruct in everyone's presence, for the reasons I previously explained.
Then will you fight with us instead?
What?
Veshness, the one who betrayed you, is still alive, right? By joining us in battle, you can personally take revenge against her and her underlings.
Is that why Tsubasa asked to conduct a thorough investigation of my body the other day? So if I ever tried anything, your team would be able to detonate the bomb inside my body remotely. Using the device she made?
Well, yes, but I just wanted to make one thing clear. I didn't ask for the device because I'm suspicious of you. It's just something that that's needed to put the others at ease. Give a thought for a while about what I said.
Alright, you saved my life, so if there's anything I can do to help you, I'll do it.
Thank you. Unfortunately, you'll still have to wait for a while before I can let you out of here. I need to clear it with the others first.
Understood. I will wait. Aw, that'd be
You're
great.
totally not going to blow us up. Totally not going to blow us up. Morg.
The more you.
What's up? Federico? You were here the other day too. What's so interesting about this place?
I wanted to investigate Kako's body again. What about you?
I'm here to investigate the case as well.
Oh. As if your clumsy brain could ever bring us closer to the truth.
Oh, be quiet. Federico decided to repeat herself in a hushed voice.
As if your clumsy brain.
Hey!
You know that's not what I meant. Anyway, have you already looked at Kako's body?
Yes, and the other two as well.
What the fuck? What the fuck you getting at here, you little shit? Or did she like literally try to be quiet? I couldn't sure if it's that or if she had a thought.
I think she had a thought.
They're trying to play it off. I don't know, but Eito and Kako too. Didn't we already check Gaku's body on day 24?
Yes, but something happened to make me realize I needed to check it again. I've discovered two surprising facts after reinvestigating Kako's body.
Surprising facts?
What? The first concerns her cryptoglobin. Her body's been almost completely drained of it.
What?
There's a cut on her ankle. Her body was likely moved somewhere and hung up for an extended time.
Jesus Christ.
God! It was returned here after being almost completely drained of cryptoglobin.
When?
I'll get to that later. Let me tell you about my other discovery first.
Okay, sure, fine. If we're on topic, I think we should stick there. But here, go walk to Kaku's body and remove the sheet that was covering it. Then she flipped the body over, and what I saw flabbergasted me. What the hell am I looking at there?
I don't know. Is that her eye or something?
No.
Oh, marks of a stolen heart.
What?
Somebody cut a hole in her back, smashed her ribs, and dug her heart out.
But yeah, why would anybody do that?
Before we talk about that, check the other bodies as well.
Did we miss that in every single one of them somehow?
Oh my god.
As I was told, we flipped Eito and Gaku's bodies over, only see the exact same marks on them.
What the fuck?
A large, empty cavity on their backs. How have you missed that for 30 fucking days? Okay, wait a minute. What's going on here?
What indeed?
Are these new things that have been going on and that was not there before? Why are you so calm about this? Their hearts have been removed from their bodies.
I know. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
When did this happen? When we investigated Gaku's body on day 24, his back was still intact.
It still was on day 27, too. I checked Eito and Gaku's bodies when we moved Kako's body here. Nobody had holes in their backs at that point in time.
That means this must have happened sometime after the night of day 27, when I'm fucking out cold.
Yeah. The perpetrator likely did the deed to all three at the same time. That may have been when they extracted Kako's cryptoglobin as well.
Who?
Simple logic dictates that the culprit behind this series of events did it.
But why?
How should I know what the culprit is up to? Perhaps they are simply a lunatic who collects hearts as a hobby, or a gourmet who enjoys a spot of grilled myocardium with lemon on top.
Both examples are crazy.
There's just one thing I can't seem to figure out. Why were the hearts extracted from the back?
Yeah, that's kind of terrifying.
Making an opening in the chest would make removing them so much easier. Why go about it this way?
Because, I mean, I would say to try
It's more subtle?
I mean, I would say to try and hide it, but that didn't do very well at all because we already discovered
it's still a
that.
hole, no matter where it is. Whether it's their back or their chest cavity.
Neither of us could come up with anything feasible, so we decided to investigate the bodies again. But there's not a single further clue to be found. Now, I bet the cryptoglowing thing... Nope, we're not going back to that. Okay. All right, sure.
You know what worries me?
What?
The one person that I think could pull off something like this is my boy.
Well, let's go talk to him.
But I don't think he would. So I don't know.
Well, let's go talk to him quick. Let's see what's going on over here.
Because we've learned he has these very strict
Rules.
personally set morals
Yeah.
on killing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't even super keen on switching the bombs in our bodies, remember?
Yep. I don't know, but... medicine, one of mankind's most eminent inventions for sustaining life. And dealing death.
Takumi.
How can I help you today, Takumi? I told Yagami that I was investigating the case. Does that include Kako's death too? Yes, the suspicious circumstances of her death bother me as well. My main objective was to solve the attempted murder of Shouma, but that didn't mean it was my only concern. Any information that might help solve Kako's case would be more than welcome.
Plus, he's a professional assassin. I feel like if he did this, it'd be a lot more subtle. You know what I mean?
I don't know. There were other cases to think about as well, like Sirai's destruction and Gaku's murder. But I hadn't found any further clues to those cases despite my thorough investigation on day 24. So I decided to focus on Shouma's case first while the trail was still fresh.
Like, to get rid of a bunch of blood all at once, I feel like Yugami could just go for an artery. You know what I mean? Instead of stab like that.
Well, once again, this kind of goes, I guess the game kind of glossed over it for some reason because she said she was going to go back to it. But it sounds like when we asked when it was removed, it was done after the scene of the crime. For Kako's, at least. Because with Shouma, that was just pooling all out over the place.
No, I just mean in terms of, you know, the point of stabbing multiple times was to get rid of as much blood as possible so that they couldn't be revived. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, multiple stab wounds wouldn't be like, I don't think it'd be his thing. He would go for a high pressure artery that would just...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is there something bothering you about Kako's case? Yes, there is. Remember her cause of death? She ingested tetrodotoxin, whatever, an extremely potent poison. When we found her, she was holding a bottle labeled TTX tightly in her right hand. That bottle was originally from this biolab. So the poison was taken from here? That would appear to be the case. Whether by Kako, who then killed herself with it, or by someone else who used it to kill Kako. Is this room open to everyone? Sure is. There's no lock on the door and the cabinets are unsecured too. Anyone could have taken anything at any time. Somebody also stole some Gammafiel, plus syringes and needles to administer it. Gammafiel? The substance used to knock him out on day 27? The very same. Oh, but if it's still here, it hasn't been stolen, right? There are multiple bottles here. Several are missing.
Oh.
It didn't happen recently either. I first noticed the missing bottles on day 27. When I came here to get the supplies needed to help me with Thema, I saw that there were already some missing. Why would the killer do that? We don't know for sure if the killer was the one who stole them. The thing is, at the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain and emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness.
Oh.
Perhaps that was what the thief wanted to use it for.
Huh.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to reprocess that information.
Yeah.
Can numb the body's pain and emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness. That's terrifying.
Yeah. That's almost like someone who is trying to make themselves kill people.
I mean, it can be taken as two ways with the emotional part on there. That can be the case. But also by adding the pain part on there, it would be the equivalent of giving someone a certain dilution so that if you're doing something to them, they couldn't feel the pain nor emote to the fact of what was going on.
Ugh.
So you could do anything could happen to Kako, and like she would have had no response to it from the proper dilution without losing consciousness to be awake for the whole thing. Yeah, that's awful. Oh, you're still in the cafeteria?
She has a mask and a black... Like, don't talk to us now! We are in the midst of a very serious discussion.
Oh, it better be.
Nozomi just refuses to listen to reason.
What's the discussion about?
I still don't believe the culprit is one of us. I'm trying to tell everyone to stop being so suspicious of each other. You saw that device's total for the number of life forms in the school? Yes, but that doesn't prove the crimes were inside jobs. The culprit must have fled outside the wall of fire after stabbing Shouma. And we're trying to tell you that is not possible. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a killer who'd stop at 1 or 2 victims.
Sorry, you've got ladies' night right now.
I know. They clearly said they wanted to kill everyone, both in the tape recording and that first message. But I just can't. Takumi, say something.
Well, I stammered hard because I was more in line with Kurata's way of thinking than Nozomi's. I did feel bad for Nozomi, so I decided to simply avoid committing for now. Sorry, I just remembered I have something I need to do. Gotta go, bye.
Wait, Takumi, hey, come back here, please.
Nope, I'm gonna leave you again. I ignored Nozomi's pleas and quickly bolted out of the room and into the hallway. I can't break her anymore.
God.
I went to the gym last. When I stepped inside, I saw that Tsubasa and Takamaru were already there. Tsubasa, Takamaru, perfect timing. I need to ask you guys about something. Yeah, spill the tea for me?
What is it?
Remember the voice change you showed me in the garage the other day? Is it still there? Shouma told you about the culprit using the voice changer, huh? Yeah, he did.
You guessed right, Takumi. The device has gone missing.
I knew it. The culprit stole it, huh?
I think so.
When did you realize it was gone?
On day 28, the day Shouma regained consciousness, I went to the garage to check after hearing his story and...
The voice changer was already gone?
Yeah, without anyone realizing. It's the same day that the stuff went missing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, day 27 is when everything went haywire before he passed out. And that was when Yugamu, because he got the not chlorophyll, whatever the hell the other drug was for to knock Ina out. I know. Well, not chloroform either, but when he went to go get the drug to knock us out, that was he noticed in that same day.
Gamma-feel or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he noticed that on day 27 as well, but said it could have happened earlier. That's just when he noticed because he went to get it for us. So it must have been stolen between that time and the morning of 27 before Shouma got stabbed. It's a 3-day period.
It's a good thing he's in the lab so often to notice that.
Yeah? What are you two doing here, though? Did a lot of thinking myself while you were out, and I just don't believe Kako would kill herself.
Me too. At first, suicide seemed like the only possibility based on the situation. After listening to Hiruko, though, I started to realize how unnatural the whole thing seemed.
But if she was killed, how'd the culprit get away? That's what we need to figure out.
And so here we are.
Maybe there's a secret tunnel or something here that we completely missed, you know? God, tell me I can. Do I have cross brain syndrome right now? Do I remember my thoughts? We were all here to do the same thing then.
It's not quite like Zero Escape. You mean?
Yes, Kako died under such mysterious circumstances that I can't stop thinking about it. Let's check the place out together.
Yeah, and we can trust each other since all three of us are safers.
Safers?
Those of us that can be safely removed from the list of suspects. Safers.
My favorite kind of cookies. That's true. Wait, what?
Vanilla safers.
And thus we began to investigate the gym. We went around knocking on walls and floors to check for hidden doors. Some time passed before Takamaru shouted us from the stage.
Yeah, these are the only two that are like super trusting of us too.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Hey, come over here. I found something crazy. He was standing at a corner of the stage. Tsubasa and I hurried over.
Oh, there it is.
What in the world?
No way. There really was a hidden tunnel. Or should I say, a hidden ladder?
I checked the space before, but I found nothing. What did you do? I told you I got a dog's hearing. Knocked on the floor and knew right away there's an empty space underneath. Then I gripped around the surface, and what do you know? A rotatable handle came flipping out. Grabbed the handle, pulled it, and there you have it.
Let's go see what's down there.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to remember. Was it Tsubasa who found it in the last timeline? Like the other one?
I think so.
Who knew it and kept it secret? We slowly made our way down the long ladder.
She had her tools down there.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't transfer over. We slowly made our way down the long ladder. Eventually, I felt my toes touching solid ground. What I saw there was... Isn't this... You know this thing? Yeah, remember when I told you before? I'm a fucking time traveler, but this is the escape pod that deploys on the last day.
Huh? No way!
Damn.
Does that mean if we can get inside...
We can go to the artificial satellite? We ran to the entrance of the pod and checked the door. There was a note pinned to it.
What?
The door to this pod automatically opens on day 100. No manual override available. Despite the note, we kept looking around for a way to open it manually. However, we weren't able to find anything. Nope, this thing can't be opened from outside.
We don't have our little child genius here.
How about we use a crowbar to pry it open?
Then the pod becomes useless because outer space is a vacuum.
So I have no choice but to wait until day 100.
We'll have to give up on the idea of boarding the pod before then.
Shit.
By the way, have you guys forgotten why we came down here in the first place?
Of course, now we were trying to solve the locked room case, weren't we? Yeah, Hiruko and I thoroughly investigated the gym after discovering Kako's body. But if the killer had been hiding in this storeroom or ladder shaft at the time...
You couldn't possibly have found them.
Then after you and Hiruko left the gym, the killer got out and walked through the exit like nothing ever happened.
Which means Kako really was killed.
We don't have concrete proof of that yet. However, this does disprove the previous notion that it couldn't possibly have been murder.
Wait. Assuming for a moment she was murdered, wouldn't that also prove the killer was an outsider? Because when we found Kako's body, Takemaru, Shouma, and I were in the infirmary, whereas everyone else was in the gym.
No, not everyone else. 2 were missing. That's right. Darmi and Dima. Ima couldn't have been the killer. He worshipped the ground she walked on. Darmi, though. She was just playing slots or something.
Yeah.
She could have been lying through her teeth.
But it's always possible that an outsider did it.
You made that life detection device yourself. Unless you're telling me you made that number up.
I did no such thing. That was the correct number, but the killer could have already gotten away by the time I finished making the device, right?
Nah. Just then I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. An item on the ground next to the cockpit of the escape pod.
A syringe?
Caught my eye for some reason. I walked slowly over to pick it up. Oh, that's a cloth.
Yeah.
It. Hey, what's that?
It. Wait. Ima. Tsukumo.
Yeah. Huh.
A handkerchief?
So it seems... I see something embroidered on it.
It reads IT.
Information technology?
Or maybe just it, as in it girl?
Could it be referring to initials of a name? Ima.
Tsukumo? I got it right away.
Now then, I'm not going to pin him for it because I could see that easily being something that Kako would carry on her at all times.
Yeah.
And may have gotten involved in things because, you know, Ima just gives her everything in the world to that girl. So,
yeah.
Well, gave. There is no present tense that anymore.
No.
When we exited the gym, we saw that it was already nighttime.
But I feel like they would probably have their own handkerchiefs, so I don't know.
I don't know. I asked Takumi and Tsubasa to gather the others before heading to Ima's room myself. Gunny, I need to ask you about something. Hold on, I'm gonna look at something quick.
What?
Just going through here real quick. Okay. Because I was just thinking, you know, Japan, they do the names different ways. They do it backwards. I was just checking. But, all right. I'm going to go ahead and...
Yeah, but...
Come on here, I need to ask you about something.
Evan, let me tell you something.
Yeah?
If the initials are in English, they're going to be in the way that you would read them in English.
Well, hey, this could be a whole... I mean, at this point, if you're watching Last Defense Academy this long, you've probably played Danganronpa. Is that in there, like, in the Japanese version of Trigger Happy Havoc, it still had the English Leon against the wall because that was part of the challenge of that case for Japanese players, to not make that one obvious.
Okay.
The game was done in English.
Well, guess what?
What?
This isn't Danganronpa.
No, but I'm just saying it's not out of the norm to have that be something that plays out and transpires.
Just stop.
Okay, fine. Somebody felt like he would keep hiding if I told him about the handkerchief, so I decided not to say anything for now. We found a clue that may lead us to Kako's killer. I made that assertion even though I had no solid proof she had been killed because I wanted to get it to him. Get him out of the room.
Get him out.
A short while later, I heard the door being unlocked.
He's gonna shank Takumi.
And then Ima appeared from behind it. You believed me? About my dear sister being murdered? Yes. Can you come with me? Slowly but surely, Ima nodded in assent.
Okay.
Takamaru, Tsubasa, and I took everyone to the storeroom where the escape pod was being kept. Told them I had found the place and how the pod could only be used on day 100. Everyone calmed down.
Yeah.
After coming back out, we all headed to the cafeteria.
Huh?
So what was the clue that you found? Before that, I need to check something with Darmi. On day 27, when we found Kaku's body, you were really playing slots at that time?
Oh, you're still suspicious of me? Then check the machine's play log. You'll know for sure I was playing around that time. How could I possibly stab Shouma if I've been hiding in that storeroom the whole time? The only way out of that place is through the tunnel, right? I wouldn't have been able to get out of the gym until the coast was clear. Mayhaps you clambered out of the escape pod's elevator shaft? I'm no Spider Woman, and that shaft has no footholds. It's impossible to climb. The ceiling of that shaft is covered with a thick wall. It's not something that can be opened by human hands. How about this? You were the one to kill Kako, but not the one to stab Shouma. You're suggesting there were two culprits?
Oh, shit.
Indeed I am. And does the number 2 ring any bells with regard to this situation? That's Yugama.
Wait, you got me. Wait, why is my
boy?
Yeah, my brain was fucking faltering
My
there for a
favorite.
second. But when we found Shoma's body, there were 2 people missing from the scene.
Who's Yugama?
You're suspicious of me as well? And his face twisted into a grimace. I hesitated for a moment when I saw his expression, but decided to show everyone the handkerchief we had found. This is the clue I was talking about. We found it in the escape pod storeroom. The letters IT have been embroidered on it.
Are these initials? Wouldn't that refer to Ima Tsukumo?
I thought so. This is your handkerchief, right, Ima?
And the fact that it was in the storeroom means... Sir Ima killed Lady Kako?
Are you out of your mind? Me kill my very own dear sister?
Ain't no way.
I didn't think it was possible either. Elysium was the one to stab Shouma and Darmi is the one to kill Kako. Ima dropped the handkerchief in the storeroom when he was casing the joint.
I told you it wasn't me!
You think Miss Amame and I were accomplices? And that I tacitly tacitly approved of my dear sister's murder? That's no different from accusing me of killing my dear sister myself.
Whoa.
You're all crazy. I can't believe that thought even crossed your minds.
Did you see that?
What?
There were a bunch of lights. I think it's because he went invisible for a second. I don't know.
Well, sometimes that, like, when that changes their sprite, it'll go, like, slightly transparent as it fades between the two.
Okay, yeah.
So you deny the charge? Of course I do!
And explain yourself. Why was your handkerchief in the storeroom?
That's because...
You see, you are feeling guilty.
No. No.
Uh-oh.
Or... Did he get was he there when it happened but hid away in that storeroom?
I don't know.
No. Ah! Yeah. Ema dashed out of the cafeteria screaming. Wait, Ema! We all dashed after him.
That makes you look real sus,
Yeah.
buddy.
Ema grabbed the fire extinguisher in the entrance hall before running outside. We followed him as he ran out of the building. He was running at full speed through the schoolyard and none of us could catch up.
Full speed ahead.
Finally, he tore through the wall of fire and ran to the other side. We followed behind. Were we just chasing after this boy in the wilderness?
Oh.
When we got to the city ruins, something unexpected happened. All of a sudden, a large object shaped like an onion appeared out of nowhere and captured Ema, who had been running ahead of us.
I'm sorry?
Is it the flying
Oh, the one that
commander?
that drops eggs.
Yeah. Ema! The onion object then flew high up into the air with Ema and vanished out of sight.
Ema getting captured by a commander again? Is that
Boy,
what's
this
happening?
man, he can't catch a break.
What just happened? And what was that thing?
I'd seen that onion-shaped thing before in the previous timeline. That was probably a commander.
Ruh-roh. Yep.
Yeah.
It really is onion shaped.
Yeah, now that they say it, it is.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
And that's how you skin a cat. Bird.
That's how you peel an onion.
It has layers.
Yeah.
It's like blooming onions.
I mean, it
Hear it
kind of
out
does
back.
have layers. Look at it.
Yeah. Man. Are you serious? Ema's been captured by the enemy? No way.
That can't be true. It's all right. We can probably figure out where they went. How?
What?
You know how Emi's been rather emotionally unstable lately, right? So much so that I thought he might just go up and missing one day, so I secretly planted a transmitter in his body when bringing food to him. We should be able to see where they took him from the war room. You clever girl, you.
I know, right? Okay, let's all head back for now, but I can't say that out loud because this time I just... We traced the transmitter and quickly figured out exactly where Ema had been taken. It's the enemy relay station we had visited in the previous timeline. We immediately started making a plan to get Ema back. After some discussion, we decided to split into two teams. The rescue team, me, Hiruko, Takumaru, Tsubasa, and Kurara. The defense team, Nozomi, Moko, Kyoshika, Igamu, Shouma, Darmi.
Interesting.
People gotta stay behind to defend the school, and then we go out and go crazy. You must rescue him even though he may very well be the killer. It's not set in stone yet. What if it was all a mistake? Could you ever live with the fact that you abandoned an innocent friend? I knew you would say that. I was just making sure.
Having only 5 people on the defense team is not very reassuring.
Yeah, can't we add one more or something?
No, what if the enemy attacks in the meantime?
We can't afford to be lax on home security.
In that case, Takumi.
Yeah, it's time. Everybody follow me. Time to unlock the prisoner. Your new teammate, everyone.
Yep. Sir Takumi, Lady Ava is out and about now. Why have you done such a thing?
Yes, as you can see, I let her out.
But why?
I intend to let her join the rescue team.
Huh?
Explain about the bomb in Ava's body and the remote detonator we had to trigger it.
And you really think this will work?
If you feel she's acting suspicious, you can press the button to blow her up yourself.
Huh?
I put the remote detonator into an astonished Shiruko's hand. Now do you feel reassured? Shiruko fell silent at my words. After a few moments, she said,
Have it your way. Thank you for having me on the team. I look forward to being useful to you. Oh.
All right then, we'll be right back.
With Ema. Good luck. Stay safe.
So long. The rescue team set off for the enemy relay station where Emo is being held captive. So was she joining the rescue team?
Yeah.
With us? And then someone else was staying behind, I guess?
Yeah. Because that's why Hiruko has the detonator. Because she's...
By the time we got close to the relay station, the sun was just starting to rise. We got off the bus and climbed up a small hill to survey the relay station.
Ooh. Yep,
There
I had
it
a
is.
feeling.
I mean, they said it was the same one they tracked it to.
Yep. That onion one was here in the other timeline too,
We don't know where
remember?
exactly Ema is being held in this base, but that doesn't matter. Let's just bust in
still
there.
sounds like the
start
trial
kicking
music.
ass and taking
Yeah, it really
names.
does.
Yeah, you guys already saw how that commander could fly.
That has to be Quenzele.
Quenzele? Is that his name?
Yes, and he's an absolute creep.
Oh.
Feel free to make mincemeat out of him.
A
Okay.
flying enemy? Sounds like a headache already. How do we even get to him? We'll be fine with my specialist skill on our side.
Yep, there it is.
I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down in one
I'm
shot.
pretty sure that's what she said exactly last
Yes.
time.
Probably.
I'll have to start crafting it after he actually appears.
Why? Can't you just make it now?
This particular weapon can only hold its shape for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes?
After that, its internal pressure will cause it to explode.
That's new information.
Got it. Guess there's no helping it then.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
Huh.
Because it sounds like what, the defense scrum or whatever it was called?
Oh man, that sounds like when a lot of like in-between tutorials would start
Or
playing
like the
for
non-stop debate.
V3.
Stuff like that.
Not quite that. It was the in-betweens and the tutorials where it would play that. So what's it
The
gonna look?
trials.
Yeah. What's it gonna look like with
Yeah,
Ava on the
true.
team?
Interesting. Okay. She's just kind of there.
She got Nozomi's thing going on.
Yeah.
Interesting. And now we've got to learn how a whole new player works.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, yeah, I got to annihilate all the enemies in one turn again. I can skip the. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh.
Out of here. Out of this
But
house.
what about... Okay. We don't get to... You don't want to...
I'm sure when something new actually happens, it'll have me playing, so. Easy mode, easy money.
Now, do you understand that I would never betray you?
I shall reserve judgment until this entire battle is over.
Where's the commander?
That Quenzele guy?
He should be here any time now. Aha. Speak of the devil.
Here he comes.
Yep.
I am the paragon of repulsion, Quenzele.
Definitely repelling me.
I'll be sure to make it agonizingly painful when I kill you. Go ahead, scramble for your ugly lives. You won't escape from me.
Yep, that was
All
the
right.
same spiel.
He's finally here, like moths to a flame.
Everybody, cover Kurata while she crafts the artillery.
Understood.
Got it.
Way to go, Queen. It may actually end because it's the same thing as it was before,
Told you
so.
it wouldn't take long.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Alright, saves us time to get the story going. There'll be plenty of new battles, I'm sure, to be able to try her out, but this one's a replica of the exact other one, so that's why it's
Yeah.
letting us skip.
When Nozomi was replicating Kurata's thing.
Yeah.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Gross. Disco time! No, that was only the other one. That was fucking funny, though, when that happened. Oh, man.
Wretches.
You wretches? Bye-bye. And then, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Easiest win of my life. Look at that, I'm so good at this game.
Oh my god. It saves so much time.
Pain.
Really does.
It hurts.
We wouldn't have
Good.
gotten to this in this part.
Yeah.
Why do this? What has prompted this cruelty?
Really?
Serves you right, Quenzele.
You're... Ava. I noticed you were here a while back, but... Does this mean you've switched allegiances?
Yes. It's not as if I had any future in the Sovereign Army anyway.
Suddenly, Quinsley broke off and stared at something behind us.
Overlord Vashnis!
Oh, fuck.
What?
Made you look! We all turned around at the same time, but I swear to fucking God.
Don't
Motherfucker.
tell me.
He turned back around, but it was too late. During those precious few seconds, the defeated commander disappeared completely. Guys, the oldest trick in the book. Fuck.
He got away?
Freaking coward.
I guess you could say that Quenzele has been... Quenzled.
Okay, sure.
I love her.
Yeah. Fuck. Damn.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Quenzel.
Oh my God. After the battle, we split up to look for Ima.
Lady after my own heart.
It took a while, but I eventually found him locked up in a cage.
Are you all right? Hold on. I'll get you out now.
Mr. Samino!
I swung my sword down the lock and it broke apart with a loud noise.
Still think we're the killer,
I
huh?
opened the door and quickly guided Ima outside, but then
Oh.
I saw something flashing out of the corner of my eye right next to the cage.
Uh-oh.
A bomb?
The next
Uh-oh.
moment,
Uh-oh.
well, that was a big old trap. Did we get him out first?
I mean, it said we guided him out of the cage, but...
Did we get out?
Oh.
I instinctively grabbed Ima from behind.
Do we have to just risk our lives saving people for them to trust us now?
We're gonna be out for another 20 days.
Yep.
This snap action meant my body shielded Ima from the brunt of the blast. A scalding pain ripped through my back. I choked down a cry of pain and asked,
Ima, are you okay?
Yes. But what about you?
Yeah, don't worry about me. As long as you're fine.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
kinda gotta get us back to the school to fix this back up.
Mr. Samino?
Yeah.
Mr. Samino!
Mr. Samino!
Mr. Samino!
Close enough for me. Not quite snake,
No.
but I'll take it. He's now my best friend.
Uh,
I'm his best friend. Well, I'll reverse that.
Yeah.
I was out for another 12 days.
Oh, was it?
Well, 10 days. 10 days. It's day
Yeah.
50 now.
Burn Adam troops!
Time to rise and shine!
But hey, hopefully now he'll trust us since we, you know,
Here's hoping.
just
Cross
like
our fingers.
it's just like
For
Takamaru.
your
Yeah.
50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. That's right, folks. You're halfway there.
Like a lizard on a chair.
You're stepped in blood so far. Returning would be as tedious as to go o'er. There's no turning back now. In honor of the occasion, your commander would like to hand out some presents.
I wish.
But if you're hearing this recording, it means your commander is no longer with you.
Oh.
What the fuck?
So, no presents for anyone today. Too bad. So sad. Try not to be mad.
Huh. Well, that was different.
Yeah.
It's the first time it's ever processed and actually said it was a
Because
recording.
we didn't accidentally skip that last
No,
time,
because
right?
every time he always said it's day 50. I have gifts for all of you waiting.
Yeah.
Come join me in the cafeteria. But he was all.
Weird.
But this. What the fuck?
Huh.
Okay, yeah, sure. No, it's fine. Woke up to the expected sight of Nozomi
Yeah.
sitting right in front of me. This time, she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she looked at me with a gentle softness in her
Can
eyes.
you imagine?
Morning. You're awake now?
Can you imagine if it was like, you only shielded me because you felt so guilty for killing my sister?
Oh my god. I didn't have to ask about the day since it was mentioned in the announcement just now.
It's day 50 today.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about the feeding drips. We went to the second academy and brought a whole lot back.
Thanks.
Thanks as always.
You should thank the others too. they were the ones who actually got the drips. And I wasn't the only person taking care of you while you were out.
I wonder who.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be my beck and call. I sat up in bed. For some strange reason, I wasn't feeling any aches or pains.
You seem fine physically. The truth is, your external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed.
But then I passed out because I just I've got dropping syndrome.
The stress.
Which means the real reason I was out for such a long time was because of the fainting disease.
I think so.
How convenient. Has anything changed?
If you mean the murder cases, we haven't made any progress. Ima and Darumi are still denying they were working together. Tsubasa and I don't believe they did anything either, but the others... Oh, something else has changed though. Ima's been taking part in the defensive battles.
What?
You shielded him back at the enemy relay station, remember? He said he's joining the fight for you.
My dog. I see.
That said, he's still as reticent as ever and hardly ever leaves his room otherwise. Who can blame him though? Other than Tsubasa and me, everybody's suspicious of him. But he did say that he was willing to tell you and only you everything.
Oh, let's go. Really?
Yep, so go find him later, okay?
Right now. Later? Were you expecting me to not act right now after what you just told me? I jumped up and dashed. I said, I thought you would give me a hug or something.
She was like, I thought you would actually take some time to get used to standing again.
Thank me for all my hard work taking care of you.
I think it's the fact that he just woke up after being out for like 10 days.
Yeah. Mr. Sumino, first of all, thank you. Hold on, let me turn this smooth jazz on for some reason for saving me that day. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Don't mention it, really. What I really want to hear from you is some answers. Ima nodded firmly. I was going to tell you everything after you woke up anyway. Not only because I owe you a debt of gratitude, but also because I'm now sure you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that.
Nope.
It is my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister and then smash their face in with the hammer over and over again until there's nothing left of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yet I am but a detective's assistant. I do not deal well with deductions. So I've decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you. I have the utmost confidence you can have what it takes to bring the truth to light. I intend to do just that as soon as I get some answers from you. Now, first of all, why didn't you kill Darumi? What? You think the killer's one of us, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. When Kako's body was found, you and Darumi were the only ones not in gym. Unless you were the killer. But that can't be, right? Of course not. If so, from your perspective, only one other person could have been hiding in the storeroom at that point of time. None other than Darumi. Yet you didn't go smash her in with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not? Mr. Sumino, I see what you're getting at, and you are right. It's because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer. Because there's a hidden exit in the storeroom, right? You know, that's solely in response to my question.
Huh.
Opposite the cockpit section of the escape pod lay a heap of metal containers. We moved the heap away, we found a large ventilation shaft. Oh my god! They vented!
Sus!
Is this it? Yes. It's big enough even for Takamaru and Moko to pass through. You are quite right. Have you ever gone inside before? No, sir. Stuck my head into the shaft but couldn't see anything in the pitch black darkness.
Terrifying.
When did you realize there was a storeroom here? About day 10, I would say.
Wow.
My dear sister found the entrance first. She was the one who brought me here. After that, we would secretly visit this place together whenever we had some free time.
That's why his handkerchief was in here.
Yeah. It became something like a secret hiding spot of ours. Why didn't you tell anyone? I did not tell you before because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others because... Well, promise me you will not get angry? Yeah? Because my sister and I had intended to flee this place together in that escape pod. Did you write the fucking note? This cannot leave. Don't touch it. No touchies. That's not possible. The door can't be opened manually. We thought we could do something about that by tinkering with the control system in the war room. I sighed and continued the conversation. But you kept this place a secret even after Kako was murdered. If you'd told us about it, we'd be able to accept your assertion that Kako hadn't killed herself. I promised, dear sister, that no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made me promise.
I want us to live together in a Tokyo residential complex again. Just the two of us. But we have to get out of this place first. We'll be killed one day if we stay here. Yeah, but that's different than when she's dead now. She's dead, Jim.
I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back in my pocket after wiping my dear sister's tears away. This place was our sanctuary. We didn't want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life. I feel like I would be desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in.
But if it means bringing her killer to justice, then I think she'd be fine with it.
That is why I told nobody. Nobody. There it is. Large tears started rolling down Ima's cheeks, and I wordlessly held out his handkerchief to him.
You told Odysseus?
Ima accepted the handkerchief and clenched it tightly in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and for a long time after that, his shoulders trembled non-stop.
Crying. Man.
After Ima had calmed down, we climbed back up to the surface. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside.
Ima? You're an unusual sight around here.
Even more unusual than me being awake?
I mean, I already heard about you from Nozomi. She's been going around telling everyone the news, you know. Anyway, what's up?
Just want to know if there's a recon drone anywhere around here? With lights and cameras if possible.
And action?
No
Yes,
action,
but
please. No action.
What do you need it for?
It's kind of hard to explain. Can you just come with us and bring the recon drone? We need it to solve the case. Tsubasa blinked a few times in quick succession at Ima's words.
Alright, give me a sec. Uh-oh. If there's ventilation shafts here, that means... I see how it is now.
Yeah, exactly. If Kako was killed, the presence of this shaft makes everybody in the academy a suspect. Including the Safers from Shouma's case.
Including me, yet you still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me?
Yes! Kind of. Sort of.
You don't sound very sure. We'll take it, though. Okay, let's start.
Thanks. We used the drone to investigate the ventilation shaft.
Thanks.
As a result, we were able to make a few major discoveries.
You were never able to make out. Right. In summary, this is what we've learned. Got him!
Oh, God.
First of all, the shaft bends in a zigzag shape a few times and extends towards the school building.
It splits into a grid structure halfway and connects to different parts of the building. Anyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like.
Yeah. However, the bends are extremely narrow and people our size can't possibly get through them.
Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. I'm more concerned about what we found halfway. Yeah, me too. This thing, right? This thing that got caught in a protrusion in the inner wall. It's green.
Girl, thankfully we were able to retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robotic arm to the drone.
It's a piece of cloth, right? A square green piece of cloth about 1 inch long. I looked at Ima, then Tsubasa. They looked back at me with wide, questioning eyes. It was apparent they hadn't yet realized the grave implication behind this. Cause the rest of my wrong button.
Doesn't
Hold on here.
Shouma wear green?
Because there's that. But I believe it's been a while, so I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it could be a piece of his hat. Yeah, that's about the right color. Or his pants.
Yeah.
Probably even more so his pants.
Because does anyone else have green?
Like I said, Takamura's is kind of close. It's kind of that like drab green.
Yeah, but no one else will fit in there.
Yeah, it said small child, so unless it was just a... That's not the right color green, though.
No.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It's part of the tomato.
No.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on the report card now.
Oh, nice. How's
Likes
it?
can't
5'7"?
answer. Dislikes can't remember. 5'7". Birthday? Zodiac sign? Oh my
She
god.
can't remember what she dislikes.
Oh man. Maybe a certain incident had blinded them to the existence of that possibility. I put the piece of cloth in my pocket, looked them both in the eye, and said,
Huh?
tell everyone to gather the gym at 7 p.m. tonight.
Huh?
This is quite sudden. Please, just do it. You turn and look at each other. Now then, here's a very interesting implication of, like you said, in a way, of being able to use the drug to numb their emotions and their pain, numb their emotions enough to potentially, numb their emotions enough to potentially kill someone and not feel the regret for it.
Yeah.
But then be able to stab themselves and not experience the pain of doing that situation.
Uh-huh.
Da-da-da-da.
But,
And thus gives him an alibi to get away with killing him.
Shouma? Who's allergic to violence?
I don't know.
Like, and what's the motive?
Actually, there's that whole thing of being allergic. But but hey, if he didn't feel from it, maybe he was able to do that.
Maybe.
But
maybe
why?
That's
I have no fucking idea.
So many bottles were missing because it required a lot.
It requires a lot.
But
and
like,
the other times he may have done
But
it.
again, what's the motive?
That's a great fucking question. But they turn and look at each other.
And what about the hearts?
Yeah, that's more concerning.
I don't mind.
What will you be doing until then? Well, you'll see. That's not ominous at all. I had enough proof to make my case, but I wanted just one more piece of key evidence.
Yeah.
So I went to the back of the school, to the place where Shouma had been stabbed. Spent a few hours thoroughly investigating every nook and cranny. Before long, the sun set, and my shadow started growing longer. It was at that time that I found something.
Oh.
A faint trace of blood on a corner of a rock. It was maybe 30 feet away from where Shouma had been stabbed. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far, which meant I knew the gym at 7 p.m. sharp to find everybody already gathered there.
Which meant he started stabbing himself there.
Eva, you're here too?
Yes, I've received an official release. I've been given Ato's room and do not have to sleep in the cage anymore.
Let's go!
All credit goes to Takumi and Tsubasa. The remote detonator you suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind. I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone! I'll pass you yours later, Takumi.
Nah, I don't need one.
That aside, what are we all here for?
Well, you see, I turned my gaze upward and slowly lowered my head.
I figured out who killed Kako and stabbed Shouma.
Damn right we did. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and get down all this business next time.
Like, dude, I want to know why, though.
Oh, I'm so ready for this. I am
Like,
so ready for this.
Why?
I don't know. I'm trying not to go to my outlandish default and say that the ghost of Ato made him do it.
Like, is there any personal... Because Shouma doesn't really have a grudge with anyone.
He only has
hates
his pet
himself.
dog Leo. That's all he's got.
I
genuinely don't know, and why take the hearts out of them, but that could also be...
That's
I
gonna be
don't
somebody else.
Is all a fucking nightmare, but I can't wait.
God, we need...
I know, right?
Podiums rise up from the floor.
Could you fucking imagine?
God.